Only one. There have been more than a dozen abandoned babies found in the past few weeks, and authorities are trying to figure out why and what to do about this now. Here's NBC's Jim Cummins.
It was a stunning discovery at this Max food store in Denver. 6:30 in the morning, clerk Carmen Quintana spots something unusual wrapped in a blanket among the disposable diapers.
I thought it was just trash.
She asked co-worker George Hivison to check it out.
When I went to remove part of the blanket, I saw that there was actually a baby in there, and then I yelled down to her to call 911.
6-pound baby Jane Doe, not even 24 hours old, still attached to an umbilical cord, abandoned by her mother. Tonight, 3 days later, the baby is fine. Police say it could have been worse.
And this person, whoever the mother was, placed the baby somewhere warm where she knew this baby would be found eventually.
Experts say the case of baby Jane Doe is not isolated. It's a national problem. In Houston, 13 newborns found at schools, on doorsteps, streets, and trash bins. 13 in only 10 months. 10 of them survived. The number of abandoned infants nationwide is almost impossible to know. But child care workers say this crime is especially unfair to newborns.
That person grows up with that gut-wrenching question of why? Who am I? What's my medical history? No one should have to grow up like that.
The problem is so bad in Texas that a new state law now provides legal protection for mothers who want to give up their children, but only if they turn their newborns into hospitals or fire stations. Then they won't be charged with a crime. Houston Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee says that should be a national law.
Do we want the choice to be the criminal justice system only, or do we want alternatives?
As for that 4-day-old baby in Denver,
we literally are getting hundreds of calls. People are interested in baby Jane Doe.
Tonight, she's with a foster family as authorities search for her biological mother. Jim Cummins, NBC News, Dallas.
Dakota County is starting a new effort to save unwanted newborns from being abandoned by their mothers.
The program offers desperate parents a safe way out. Here again is Jules Dyson.
The program is called A Safe Place for Newborns. Since the safest place for any newborn is a nursery, 3 hospitals in Dakota County will offer theirs. Regina Hospital in Hastings, Fairview Ridges in Burnsville, and Trinity Hospital in Farmington. Starting Thursday, emergency rooms at those hospitals will accept unwanted newborns, allowing mothers to drop off babies within 72 hours of birth. No questions asked.
After the baby is brought to the hospital, they may be asked to fill out a brief medical history for the baby, but then after that, the mother is free to leave.
Local Catholic community leaders convinced the Dakota County attorney to agree not to prosecute mothers who leave newborns at the hospital.
And obviously, the worst case situation is if a mother doesn't know about options and they're desperate and they are hiding their pregnancy, they give birth, they kill the child.
There was a baby laying in the water.
That worst-case situation happened only 2 months ago in Goodhue County, where a newborn baby was found dumped in the river. A safe place for newborns will give desperate parents another choice and unwanted babies a chance for survival.
We're certainly not trying to encourage people to be irresponsible, but we have to recognize a reality.
And if we can save one life with this program, it'll be a success.
So far, only Dakota County is offering a safe place for newborns. The Cathedral of St. Paul hopes to expand the program to other counties within a few months.
Well, the newborn baby placed in a garbage can early this morning survived the cold temperatures and awful conditions. Channel 5's Lindsay Paulo is live at Hennepin County Medical Center to tell us how the baby girl is doing and also to tell what led to her discovery. Lindsay?
Julie, police tell us that the 15-year-old girl lost a lot of blood, that she is in critical condition, and also that her newborn baby girl is also in critical condition. Now, with the first major storm hitting the metro area hard, investigators say it is truly a miracle that this baby survived. Now, police say the girl gave birth about 3 a.m. in the family bathroom. Around 8 o'clock, she told her siblings that she was taking out some trash. They watched her walk across the alley and put a trash bag in a neighbor's trash can. Now, when the mother got home from work about an hour and a half later, the siblings told her that they were kind of suspicious. They retrieved the bag, the mother opened it up, and inside she found the baby wrapped in the family's towels and turning blue. Now, the teenage girl lives in the house with her mother and her 6 brothers and sisters, and nobody knew that she was pregnant.
Havens for discarded infants. Senator Leo Foley and Representative Lou Ann Koskinen hope to prevent similar tragedies like the one involving a 15-month-old
15-year-old, I should say, South Minneapolis mother. The teenager tossed her newborn in the neighbor's trash just minutes after giving birth. Lawmakers say if mothers were free from prosecution, they may be more willing to take their babies to a safe place. Family Care's Roxanne Battle joins us now with more on this, Rox.
Well, Paul, it's a tragedy deemed an epidemic. 8 newborns abandoned just this month alone nationwide, including one here in Minneapolis. And for mothers unable to care for their newborns, lawmakers aren't asking for more money, but rather legal immunity that may help keep young children alive.
There are other things to help these women before
It's a tragedy that has happened one time too many. Newborns abandoned, pulled from the river and the garbage. But now, Minnesota lawmakers say no more.
For a prosecutor to have a chance to be involved in a program aimed at saving lives is a unique opportunity.
Under the Safe Place for Newborns proposal, an unharmed baby can be dropped off at any hospital in the state 72 hours after birth. No questions asked.
What this bill will also do is to eliminate any liability for healthcare practitioners who accept these newborns, and also eliminate any liability for the mothers if they drop their newborns off unharmed. And I want to emphasize the word unharmed.
The same type of program in Alabama has been credited with saving 4 infants' lives since it started just over a year ago. Earlier this month, Dakota County started a similar program.
Social services goes and gets legal custody of the child. Then there are already provisions in place for social services to take care of that child and if the mother decides to come back at a later time, there are provisions for that too. But at least we're dealing with a child that is alive.
And now coordinators of that program say the same provisions should apply statewide, and the sooner the better, since it seems the county program, which started 3 weeks ago, was too late.
But just 1 week after that, we had the tragedy of the baby found in the trash can in Minneapolis. We were too late to prevent that tragedy, so we urged legislators today to pass this bill and to pass it quickly, so we will not be too late for the next child and the next mother in crisis.
The Safe Place for Newborns Act should be before the legislature, which in the next week. Meanwhile, a Hennepin County judge denied a motion to release more information about the 15-year-old girl who left her baby in the trash. We did learn today she's been charged with the crime, but the judge's ruling keeps virtually everything a secret, Paul and Pat.
Thank you, Roxanne.
Crisis to lead.